This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcast. This is only a test.
Okay, so what we have here is your kind of a la carte basic multi-leveled barricade that you see pretty much on every range across America. Now, as you can see, it's not built so that it has obscurity in it. And the reason for that is it's for probably 3-gun or PRS shooting. And that way you can come in here at multiple levels and do multiple engagements. Now, why we're talking about this guy is because I constantly see what I would call failure of training with certain instructors, other peers of mine in the industry that are using they're very heavy-handed with their PRS and competitive shooting styles in terms of how they're teaching their students in a live fire environment. So one thing we got to keep in mind is enemy situation or threat situation, it's never known, okay? So teaching your students to charge up to a barricade, throw their weapon system up on it, however, over-penetrate the barricade heavily with their weapon, that's a fail. And it's not realistic in the game of life, which is what I train people for. So what we want to do is we want to put the least amount of weapon possible on the support. Now, if you look closely, the bottom of this is round, this is flat. So what do I have to do? I have to get creative with my handwork and how I support my weapon system off this barricade, okay? So what I would do in a situation like this, I don't want to over penetrate, so I want to probably place the weapon so that it's down and it's about like that. Because if there is a bad guy back there, he's gonna have a really hard time grabbing just my muzzle and retaining it. If I see a hand come out and grab that, I can just draw back. I have the leverage to do that. If I over penetrate and he grabs this much of my weapon, especially while it's up, the sling is up around my neck, and now he cranks it like this, the chances or the difficulty in me recovering this weapon become exponentially more difficult. So we want to use the least amount possible of weapon on the cover of concealment, and we need to get creative what we're doing with our hands. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and create a little taco pocket with my thumb and my forefinger, and I'm going to put that in there, and then I'll pinch just like that, and then I'll be able to engage very effectively. Just like that, okay? Now, let's talk about the next thing that I see that's always a huge problem for me, and that's the leg issue. Okay, so I see this over and over, time and time again, with force-on-force iterations where people lose their spatial awareness fighting in and around things. The second threat presents itself, people get target fixated and they get sucked into it. Then they forget about what their body is doing around their cover and concealment. So people are not paying attention, they're throwing elbows, they're throwing shoulders, they're throwing legs, okay, feet, all of those things. Once again, another technique that's been a carryover from the competition world is this whole strong leg up. Okay, so what happens is you've got this issue where people are not paying attention to their spatial awareness, they go strong leg up. Okay, boom, like that. Now, I'm fighting off of this. It's a planter or some type of landscaping geometry made of concrete. I'm fighting around it. And what we have here is now I've over committed because I wasn't paying attention to my spatial awareness. And what am I presenting to the threat? I'm presenting my femoral, I'm presenting my kneecap, I'm presenting my ankle, I'm presenting the top of my foot. All those are a real bad day if you get shot in them, okay? I can tell you after having 3 knee surgeries, when you lose the mobility of your leg, and now you have people actively maneuvering on you, trying to kill you, your chances of survival just went down really exponentially. So let's not get our kneecap blown off, let's not get shot in the femoral, and let's not get our ankle or the top of our foot blown off, because then you're going to be hobbling around on a stump or a floppy dead foot, and that's going to be a real bad day for you. So keep that in mind. Now, the reason people have gotten used to training this way is because of the support from throwing your weapon up on the barricade and then getting that good bone support by putting your elbow down for those really long shots. Okay? Which is good. You do get great bone support. You do get great stabilization. You get great stabilization of the weapon, and you get good accuracy from doing that. But it's not applicable in a gunfight, because if you get shot anywhere along here, it's a bad day. So, is it wrong? No, it's not wrong, as long as you keep your spatial awareness and you remember where your body is at in relation to your cover, and now you just modify this technique by, okay, first of all, keeping your foot back behind cover, and then turning the knee into the cover, okay? If I take this knee and now I turn it in, now it's not hanging out, and I can still take my elbow, place it on my knee, get that good bone support, and still be very effective on shooting and engaging the threat. And now I'm completely safe. So keep that in mind. If you want to keep doing that, just keep in mind you're going to have to pay very close attention to your spatial awareness, which is very difficult when the adrenaline is pumping and someone's trying to kill you. Okay, but you can modify that strong leg up technique by just simply swinging your knee into the cover. Oh, and one last thing. Don't forget to click all the buttons, do all the things. Click, like, subscribe, share, comment, all the things. Push all the buttons.